Hi, I'm Cassia Faye Hayden. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another episode of Magical Morning Coffee. My little Morgana was trying to help me a little bit, so I decided to let her video bomb before I put her down. She's so cute. Okay, adjust the camera here so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so today the coffee is not warmed up because we're using chilled coffee today, and I do have to get the ice cream out of the fridge real quick. Oh. Out of the freezer, I mean, because you know you don't want to pull out ice cream like until the last minute because you don't want it to melt all over the place. So we've got our chilled coffee, and this is one of my Slurpee cups that I bought from 7-Eleven. Used to have 3 of them, but one of them broke, so what can you do? You want to take the chilled coffee and pour it in your big container. Okay. Simple, easy. And then you want to take your ice cream. This is chocolate chip cookie dough. Because this is cookie dough coffee, a cookie dough frappe. You want to get a few scoops in there. It's actually really good. It's kind of chunky, obviously, because of the cookie dough. What I do is when I'm done drinking it, I kind of like scoop the cookie dough out of the bottom with my spoon and like just eat it. But it gives the coffee the frappe a good cookie dough flavor. So and I do try all of my coffee recipes prior to making them for you guys. So, I've already tested it. So, you know, it's not just like I randomly thought of it and then decided to do it. I test them all first before I make them for you guys. So we got the ice cream in there. Now you want to take some French vanilla creamer. That's going to be like your milk base. Like if you were making like a not a root beer float, but like a shake. Basically, if you make a shake out of it, all you would do is add milk to it and just mix it up real good. But if you're making a frappe, it's similar, but instead of using milk, you use creamer. Put a little bit of creamer in there. And then you want to stir it really good because you don't want it to be like just solid pieces of solid rounds of ice cream. You want it to be nice and soft. I mean, you could use one of those handheld mixer thingies. I have one, but it doesn't fit in these containers, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. I actually don't have a container that it fits into. I really want to find something for that. I had a cup at one point that I could use my mixer in, but someone stole it from me, and then they got all pissed off that I was mad that they stole it from me. They're like, well, you can just buy a new one. And I'm like, well, I had to pay for that and you took it, so now I have to buy a new one because you took my shit. I don't know. People, I tell you what, people don't seem to have much respect for other people's things nowadays. People steal from me and then act like I'm the asshole for them stealing from me. Like, what the hell? Whatever. They're lost, right? Okay. So you got that stirred up. It doesn't take much effort because it's ice cream. I mean, if you have a freezer that actually freezes well, then you might need more effort. But my landlord's a lazy piece of shit, so none of my appliances that come with the home actually work well. My maintenance guy, like, absolutely refuses to do his job, so, yeah. And when shit breaks because, you know, he didn't fix it properly, or he left the freezer and refrigerator open while on the whole time the house was unoccupied while he was supposed to be fixing shit, and then turns around and blames me for the fridge and freezer breaking when obviously it was his fault. Yeah. Come on. Really? Come on. Dude, I just opened you. Well, I'm taking this one back. Oh, there it goes. There. If you hear Merlin in the background, he's letting Faye know that he's missing her. Where'd your collar go, Morgana? Use your collar again. So we got whipped cream in there. And our lovely little cherry. And again, obviously you're not going to be able to pull that up the straw either. So you're going to want to use your spoon for that as well. But, anyway, there we go. A very nice cookie dough frappe. Delicious and beautiful. Yummy. Put my lid back on there. Might squeeze through the a little bit, but hey, who cares? Morgana, what are you doing? Silly girl. What are you doing, sweet girl? You helping? Yeah? Say bye-bye. Say bye. Oh. Morgana. You knocked my coffee over, sweet pea. Now I gotta clean it up off the table. Off the counter. Silly girl. Anyway, I hope you guys have a beautiful day. And the giveaway is still going on. I'm going to possibly end it here at the end of the month when I get paid. But, you know, I mean, I gave you guys how many months now to decide if you guys wanted to be in the giveaway. So, you know, since the only one person seemed interested in those beautiful little flower magnets, they're just going to go straight to her. So, if nobody's shown any interest by the end of the month. I know that the end of the month is really coming up fast, and I know I haven't done many videos this month because of winter flares, and there's been other stuff going on, like my washer just broke, and I mean, it didn't break completely, but it's one of those piece of shit ones that's like mostly manual. So like it's got the wash tub and then it's got a spinner on the side where you gotta put the laundry after once you wash it into the spinner to spin it out, and then put it back in the wash tub to rinse it and then spin it out again. Well, my spinner broke, and I had to cut the wires off of the spinner in order to get it to not catch fire when I try to wash my laundry. I mean, I can wring out my clothes on my own. It doesn't wring out quite as well as the spinner does, and it is a lot more work. But at least now I have the cords cut on it, so it's not going to catch fire when I run my wash tub. Hi, Sparks. This is my little buddy, Sparks. Isn't he handsome with his little green eyes? Sweet boy. Yes, I do allow my cats on the counter now, because there's really not much I can do about it with 7 cats. They're just going to do it, so I'm just like, okay, fine, I'll stop yelling at you for it. And here's Merlin. Handsome Merlin. A lot of video bombs today. Wow. Yeah. Lots of video bombs. Oh, you're going to clean that up for me? Okay. You're going to get the poops, though. Yeah. But hey, if you want to clean it up for me so I don't have to, just don't eat too much milk product, okay? So, anyway, there's that, and then, I'm having an issue with my neighbor. I'm gonna have to get a PPO on her. This is the same neighbor that's been, stalking me pretty much for a year now, and been telling her to leave me alone since, like, October. She was spying on Sam and I through my window, and the very next day, I overheard her in her yard, like, not just talking about it, but like pretty much screaming about it at the top of her lungs. And she does this. I don't know why. She, when she goes outside, she has conversations as loud as she possibly can. And I think she does it for attention, because it tends to get people to come out of their homes. They sit there and in their yards, and they watch her and listen to her stories. Sometimes they even like find their way into her yard to start conversations with her because of it. She does it on purpose. I've even caught her sitting outside having fake conversations on her phone with herself, where she had the phone at a distance from her, like she was talking to someone on speakerphone, but the speakerphone wasn't on and she wasn't wearing any earbuds. So there was actually no phone call going on, just her faking a phone call and doing so at the top of her lungs to get attention from neighbors, to get people to come in her yard and talk to her. Crazy shit, right? Well, so she's screaming at the top of her lungs, telling people my about my sex life and details of my sex positions, which, again, there's no way she would know unless she was peeping in my windows. That's some pretty creepy ass shit. So I come outside to yell at her, to tell her to stop, and, tell her, it's inappropriate and creepy and illegal for her to, A, be peeping in my windows to know what sex positions I'm using, and B, to be discussing my sex life when I've been telling her for many months now to leave me alone with the neighbors and whatnot. I mean, people deserve to have their privacy, and, when I went out there to tell her to stop, not only did she scream at me that she didn't care whether or not I wanted her to stop talking about my sex life, and call me crazy for not wanting her to talk about my sex life. I mean, she's my neighbor. She's not my friend. She's not, someone I have a relationship with. She's my neighbor. This is fucking creepy. And kind of makes me feel violated and unsafe. So when I came out there, not only did she, scream at me she didn't care and that, I was crazy for not wanting her to talk about my sex life or be peeping in my windows. But the person she turned out to be talking to was a 12-year-old autistic kid who lives across the street. Okay, it's bad enough that she's peeping on me and telling people about my sex life, which makes me feel violated enough and is reason enough to want a PPO, which is where I'm at this point. But she's discussing my sex life with a child. A child. So, so I called the cops. I reported it to the office, which I know the office isn't going to do anything because they never do. Because they don't give a shit. But I reported it to the office. I called the cops and made a report. The officer said that she has a history of this kind of behavior, stalking people, sexual harassment, peeping, that it's definitely a problem for her, so it shouldn't be any problem for me to get a PPO. I haven't gone to get the PPO yet because this happened on Friday, and, I kind of don't have transportation unless I see Sam. So, when I see him next, maybe we'll go to the courthouse and get that done. I know it takes paperwork. I don't remember if I have to pay for it or not, but I know I have to file for it, and I've got to write a letter of what's going on. And, there's time waiting involved, and that's a bunch of hassle that, I wish I didn't have to deal with to get a PPO, but that's how it works. And, time limits with him and his kids, it's, because they get off the bus around 2, I think 2 or 3, somewhere around there. And, he's got to be home for his kids to get off the bus. So, it might be this week, it might be another week, but I do want to get the PPO so that she has to leave me alone. Because it's been a year of this, and it's been, since October that I've been telling her to stop and telling her to leave me alone. So she knows that I want her to stop. I've threatened her with PPOs. I've threatened her with the cops, and she's still doing it. I mean, it's gotten worse. So at this point, getting a PPO is really the only option I have left to me to get her to stop. So, I don't like having to go that far, because who wants to have to get a PPO? Really? Who wants to have to do something like that and deal with that kind of shit? I don't like talking to the police at all, because they've never really done much for me in the past. I've been through a lot, so I've had to call the cops a lot in the past, and they've never really done anything for me. And, a PPO is kind of an extreme measure, and really, if it's violated, there isn't much you can do about it. You call the cops, they show up. If the person isn't still there when they show up, then they can't do anything. If it's something that you just heard, there ain't much that you can do about it. If there's a letter that you find that they wrote to you, or some form of physical proof that they broke the PPO, then they can take it to court, but then they can pull shit in court to where they, rather than being violated for it, they can get the PPO dropped, because that's what my ex did the last time that he broke our PPO. He just went to court and claimed that he wrote himself letters and told the court that I wrote him the letters that he wrote to himself to get away with stalking me with a PPO out on him. And they believed him, even though it wasn't even in my handwriting, because I'm not good at talking in court, because I get all stuttery and nervous and uncomfortable, because I kind of grew up in the court system, so I don't feel comfortable in the courthouse. I don't feel comfortable around cops. I don't feel comfortable around judges or lawyers or whatnot, because I feel like I'm, being judged, even though It's not about me being judged. I feel like they're constantly watching me, trying to say that, you know, I'm doing something wrong. So, because that's pretty much how I grew up, being brought up in the system. So, I kind of look guilty when I'm in court, even though I'm not the guilty party, because of how uncomfortable I am. So, it it never works out well for me. But so, I mean, it's come to the point though where I don't have any other choice but to get a PPO. So, you know, what can you do? But that's my situation. Beyond the flares from the winter and the flares from Avea's bullshit last month, and uh, flares from trying to do laundry and shit just not working, and flares from this new stuff with my neighbor getting worse. I mean, it's not really new, but you know what I mean. It's getting to the point now where I can't even go outside at all without her spying on me. I mean, I shouldn't have to come outside because I can hear her discussing my sex life with my TV on at full blast, screaming it to my neighbors, and big old group of people all huddled around the road watching her and listening to her. And I look like the crazy lady coming out and yelling at her to knock it off and stop talking about me. But I mean, come on. Who wants, like, their neighbors peeping on them and screaming to the neighbors about your sex life? Nobody wants that. But anyway, so, you know, I'm sorry that I've been behind on videos. I'm sorry about the flares. You know, as summer starts to come closer, I will be better about it. I have been sick. But, you know, flares aren't quite as bad once winter's over. Just gotta recover from stress flares and recover from the winter flare and whatnot. But, you know, you do what you gotta do, right? My hair actually looks pretty good today. I'm kind of surprised, other than the giant white streak, but I can't do much about that, so it's been there since I was 13. But anyway, I'm going to stop ranting now, because you guys are probably like, my god, shut up, we're here for coffee, please shut up. And I'm going to do the blessing that I forgot to do, because I was trying to explain why I haven't been on here, like, at all this month. But my hair is staticky. I run my fingers through it and all of a sudden static. I'm just so stressed that now I can't shut up. So it's like, god damn it. PTSD, so much fun. But come here, rosary. Prayer beads. They're called prayer beads, but it's basically like a pagan rosary with the goddess on it, the pregnant goddess, and tree of life. So it's shaped like a rosary, but they're called prayer beads because it's like a pagan rosary. So you can call it whatever you want. You could call it a rosary, you could call it prayer beads, whatever floats your boat. Okay, I think we were on this one. Lady and Lord, see my light, feel my love shining bright. My path is clear, my path is right. Grant me peace both day and night. I definitely need that one today. Okay. I don't know. That might have been the one I did last time. I don't remember. Might have been, but there's only one left, so before we go back and start doing repeats again. So, you know, I like to try to do them all for you guys instead of like just doing whatever ones I'm on when I, you know, because I still do my prayers when I'm not doing videos, but you know, if I'm only doing the ones that I'm on after doing them every day instead of like doing the ones that I haven't done for you guys yet, you know, and you guys are going to probably hear a lot of repeats, so, you know, because I only do the coffee videos like once a month. So, I'm rambling, and I'm not sure if I'm making any sense, because I'm starting to get a little bit dizzy now. I get dizzy when I'm stressed out, and, yeah. But anyway, there's that, and, have a beautiful day, and, blessed be. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you are interested in the giveaway for the flower magnets, I did not bring them over here. They're over by the coffee table where they've been sitting waiting for other videos. But if you're interested in the magnets, please put a comment below and let me know you're interested. If you're not, that's okay. It's perfectly okay. Because if nobody else ends up interested in the drawing, then I'm just going to give them to my friend Elise, who already said that she's interested in the drawing. She's the only one, apparently, so far. But if not, if other people are interested, then that's good, because that helps my channel grow, and it helps make you guys happy to have the giveaways, and, you know, I want that. I want you guys to all enjoy the giveaways and enjoy my channel and feel like you're getting something out of it than just listening to me not able to shut up. I love you too. Yes. I love you too. Give me his kisses and nudgins. Sorry, you guys are getting his butt. I'm sorry. It's gross. I don't want your butt either. Nobody wants your butt, okay? Nobody wants your butt. We want your handsome face. What's a handsome face? Oh, you want attention to Ash? Oh, Ash wants to video bomb too. Look at him. He's like, help me. Such a handsome boy. But anyway, have a beautiful day, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.